In Stoic philosophy, this quality is seen as an important part of character and a key to becoming admirable without saying a word. Resilience isn't just the ability to handle hardships. It's how we accept and deal with them. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Fire tests gold. Suffering tests brave men." This powerful quote stresses that resilience is the power to get back up after a setback, not the ability to be unbeatable. Many people in history have shown how resilient humans can be. For example, Marcus Aurelius, who was both a Roman emperor and a Stoic philosopher, faced epidemics, wars, and even betrayal from close friends and family. But he always kept his composure, remained calm, and continued making wise decisions. Marcus Aurelius believed that what hinders action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. These words give us a deep understanding of mental strength and encourage us to remain brave and persistent. To fully understand resilience, we need to see it not only as a quick response to hardship, but also as a long-term process of self-improvement. We are constantly learning how to handle unexpected events better. Resilience can be seen as an ongoing negotiation between ourselves and the outside world where we adapt and grow despite circumstances. Think about the last time you faced a major challenge. How did you get through it? What gave you the strength to keep going when everything seemed against you? That experience likely taught you something about your own resilience. Connecting with our values is an important part of resilience. When we know our worth, we can stand firm in the face of challenges without needing to constantly defend ourselves. This strength shows itself in our words, actions, and daily decisions. When we refuse to give up in the face of difficulty, we show not only how strong we are, but also how much we value ourselves. Resilience is not only a personal response. It is also a statement of courage and self-worth. When you are resilient, you help yourself and inspire those around you. Number 1, do nice things. Kindness has effects that cannot always be predicted, like a small stone thrown into a pond that creates ripples across the water. Being kind is not only a pleasant action, it is also an essential part of living a meaningful life. Kindness reflects an open heart and a peaceful spirit. One Stoic thinker said that kindness cannot be defeated as long as it is genuine and not performed for appearances. If someone treats you poorly and you respond calmly and kindly, their negativity loses its power. Imagine walking down a cold street and seeing an elderly person struggling with their umbrella in the wind. Instead of passing by, you stop to help them steady the umbrella and guide them to shelter from the rain. Although this act seems small, it reflects genuine concern for others. Without expecting anything in return, you demonstrate your worth through selfless action. Kindness also has a ripple effect. A study from the University of California, Berkeley, found that witnessing acts of kindness triggers the release of oxytocin, a hormone that promotes feelings of connection and well-being. Kindness benefits both the receiver and the giver. But how can we practice kindness when life feels overwhelming? The answer begins with self-awareness and intention. Start with small actions, such as listening to a friend in need or offering a smile to a stranger. When you practice kindness, you earn respect and admiration through actions rather than words. If everyone dedicated even a minute each day to a selfless act, the world would become a kinder place. Kindness is not just a moral obligation. It is also a powerful way to strengthen both personal and social values. Number 2, grow good character. Imagine being in a meeting where everyone is trying to present their achievements and opinions. Meanwhile, one person sits quietly, observing, listening, and speaking only when necessary. What makes this person stand out? It is the virtues of humility and wisdom. They have cultivated these virtues so deeply that they define their character. Their words are thoughtful, their actions disciplined, and their presence calming. Such individuals command respect not through noise, but through clarity and insight. Stoics teach that virtue is not a fixed trait, but something that grows through action. There are, for central virtues, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Each plays an essential role in shaping our character. Wisdom helps us distinguish right from wrong. Justice guides us to treat others fairly and honestly. Courage allows us to face challenges and speak truth even when it is difficult. Temperance keeps our emotions balanced so we can make clear and rational decisions. Developing these virtues improves not only our own lives, but also how others perceive and respect us. Actions speak louder than words. By practicing these principles, we inspire others through our behavior rather than through self-promotion. This is the true power of Stoic virtue. Number 3, accept what you cannot control. How many times have you felt frustrated because something was beyond your control? Stoic philosophy teaches that accepting what we cannot change is a path toward inner strength. Instead of trying to control everything, Stoicism encourages us to focus on our responses. For example, in regions prone to natural disasters, people cannot control storms or floods. Instead of resisting these realities, they prepare building stronger homes and creating evacuation plans. They gather emergency supplies and train communities to act quickly during crises. This preparation allows them to remain calm and organized during difficult moments. Accepting what cannot be controlled reduces stress and allows us to focus on what we can influence. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This teaching reminds us that our attitude shapes our experience. When we view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, we strengthen our character. Accepting what we cannot control is not surrender. It is a step toward recognizing our true strength. Number 4, practice not caring about things that do not matter. In daily life, we encounter many situations and opinions that are beyond our control. Stoic philosophy teaches that many external factors such as wealth status or public opinion are ultimately indifferent. What truly matters are our thoughts, actions, and moral character. By focusing on what we can control, we cultivate inner peace and resilience. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Concentrate every minute like a Roman doing what is in front of you with seriousness, justice, and sincerity." Imagine working in a busy office where a coworker constantly complains. You cannot change their behavior, but you can control how you respond. By remaining calm and focused, you protect your peace of mind. Similarly, in personal relationships, people may sometimes say hurtful things. Instead of reacting emotionally, Stoic practice encourages us to remain composed and not allow those words to disturb our inner balance. Recognizing what is truly important and what is not helps us conserve energy and maintain emotional stability. By practicing indifference toward trivial matters, we become calmer, stronger, and more respected individuals without needing to prove ourselves. It is important to keep track of instances of gossip that you believe are harmful or crossing a line. You may also report it to the appropriate authorities, such as HR at work or school management in an academic setting. Remember that you can choose how to react to what others say, even if you cannot control what they say. Stay true to your ideals and focus on building healthier relationships and environments. Number 5. When being criticized unfairly. If someone criticizes you unfairly, your first instinct might be to defend yourself. However, Epictetus suggested a different way to deal with it. If someone says something bad about you, Do not rush to defend yourself by saying, "He didn't know about my other flaws," or "he would have mentioned them too." This is a powerful lesson in self-awareness and self-control. Everyone faces criticism at some point in life, especially unfair criticism. For those confronted with irrational attacks, the first Stoic response is calmness. Instead of reacting immediately with anger, they listen and reflect on what was said. Self-control not only demonstrates inner strength, but also distinguishes a respected person from one who reacts impulsively. Stoics accept reality as it is even when it seems unfair. This does not mean agreeing with injustice. It simply means recognizing what cannot be changed. When there is no reasonable defense, silence may be the wisest choice. Silence prevents an unfair situation from turning into a prolonged and destructive conflict. Faith in silence is powerful. Being quiet is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of confidence and control. A Stoic understands that strength is not only about speaking out, but also about knowing when to remain silent. In a world filled with criticism and injustice, Stoic philosophy provides a path toward inner strength and self-mastery. By accepting reality, trusting the power of silence, and remaining faithful to what is right, we not only live honestly and patiently, but also inspire others in a world that often feels chaotic. Number 6. How to deal with loss. One undeniable truth of life is that we will experience loss. Loss can bring deep emotions and difficult moments. It may appear in many forms: the pain of losing a loved one, the emptiness that follows losing a job, or the sadness of letting go of something meaningful. These experiences are unavoidable parts of the human journey. They may leave us feeling lost, helpless, or overwhelmed by waves of despair. When facing loss, the most important step is to understand and accept that everything in life is temporary. Life is like a voyage across a restless sea filled with waves and storms. Inner peace and calmness help us navigate these difficult moments. They are not only tools for enduring hardship, but also foundations for happiness and fulfillment. Through patience and mental discipline, we can face life's challenges with wisdom. Stoicism does not teach us to suppress emotions or become numb to pain. Instead, it teaches us to accept emotions as natural parts of life while maintaining balance and self-control. By doing so, we can continue living meaningful lives and appreciate every moment, whether joyful or painful. Dealing with loss is deeply personal and often difficult. However, there are several general approaches that may help individuals cope with the loss of a loved one, a job, a relationship, or anything else meaningful in their lives. Let yourself cry. It is normal, and there is no right or wrong way to do it. Allow yourself to feel the emotions that come with loss, whether they are sadness, anger, guilt, or even numbness. Get support. Talk to friends, family, or a support group. They can offer warmth and understanding during this difficult time. Sharing how you feel can help you feel less alone in your grief. Take care of yourself. Even when it feels difficult, remember to prioritize your well-being. This includes getting enough rest, eating well, exercising, and doing activities that bring you calm and comfort. Express your feelings. Find healthy ways to release your emotions, such as writing in a journal, creating art, listening to music, or exercising. Creative expression can help you process your thoughts and ease emotional pain. Give yourself time to heal. Healing after loss takes time, so be patient with yourself. Grief cannot be rushed. Allow yourself to move through it at your own pace. Seek professional help if necessary. If your grief feels overwhelming or lasts for a long time and begins to interfere with daily life, consider speaking with a therapist or counselor who specializes in grief and loss. Look for meaning and purpose. Find ways to honor what or whom you have lost. This could include creating a memorial, participating in rituals, or honoring their memory through acts of service and kindness. Practice mindfulness. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, and other mindfulness practices can help you remain present and grounded when emotions feel overwhelming. Mindfulness also encourages deeper self-awareness and acceptance. Accept that healing is not linear. There will be good days and difficult days. Be kind and compassionate with yourself as you move through the ups and downs of loss. Reflect on your beliefs. Spiritual or religious perspectives can sometimes offer comfort when coping with loss. Consider what life, death, and the future mean to you according to your own beliefs. Above all, treat yourself with patience, kindness, and gentleness as you navigate the process of healing. Number 7. When people brag, the Stoics remain silent. In daily life, we often encounter situations that test our self-control. According to Stoic philosophy, restraint and silence can be powerful responses. Silence is not only a sign of inner calm, but also of patience and self-understanding. When someone praises you, do not allow pride or complacency to dominate your thoughts. Instead, view compliments with independence of mind and remember that your worth does not depend on the opinions of others. In a society that encourages constant self-promotion, maintaining silence in the face of praise can be difficult. Yet Stoic philosophy values humility and mental independence. Remaining quiet when praised demonstrates strength and thoughtful self-control. Number 8. Navigating uncertainty with Stoic grace. In the journey of life, we often sail through uncertain waters where unpredictability constantly tests our resilience. Facing uncertainty is not only a challenge from the outside world, but also a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. During difficult moments, Stoicism becomes like a guiding light in the darkness, teaching us how to face uncertainty with patience and determination. In the vast sea of uncertainty, it is natural to feel lost. Stoicism teaches that not knowing everything in advance is not a weakness, it is part of the essence of life. Accepting uncertainty opens the door to learning, exploration, and growth. Facing the unknown does not mean surrendering or giving in to fear. Sometimes, when words are unnecessary or unclear, silence becomes a powerful response. Silence allows us to regulate our emotions, reflect deeply, and become more aware of both our own feelings and those of others. By responding thoughtfully and calmly, we not only navigate uncertainty more wisely, but also grow stronger and more resilient through the experience. It is not just a journey, but a profound experience of the essence of life and existence. So please like and share this video if you find power, depth, and peace in these ideas. To navigate the seas of ignorance with Stoic grace, you need to develop a mindset and habits that help you remain calm, strong, and rational when you do not know what to do. Here are some principles that can help. Number 9. The art of silence during false rumors. For Stoics, silence is not merely the absence of speech. It is a deliberate and wise choice that helps us understand both ourselves and the world more deeply. In a world filled with misinformation and rumors, silence is not weakness but hidden strength and determination. When we choose silence, we create space for reflection and thoughtful evaluation. Instead of reacting impulsively to rumors or criticism, we protect our dignity and maintain clarity. Stoicism teaches that silence is not surrender or defeat. It is an expression of patience, confidence, and inner certainty. In silence, we discover freedom and strength that allow us to face challenges with clarity and determination. Stoics understand that silence is more than simply remaining quiet. It is a demonstration of mental discipline and emotional mastery. Through silence, they resist false accusations without being consumed by anger or fear. They do not allow rumors to undermine their beliefs or their self-confidence. Instead, silence becomes a shield that protects the mind and spirit from harmful influences. By remaining silent when necessary, we cultivate calmness and self-control. This is when we truly understand the deeper meaning of silence, not as weakness, but as a symbol of strength, clarity, and wisdom. Number 10. Mastery of the self. At the end of this journey, all Stoic lessons lead us to one final truth: the greatest victory in life is not over others, but over ourselves. The Stoics believed that true strength lies in mastering our thoughts, emotions, and actions. When we learn to govern ourselves, we are no longer slaves to anger, fear, pride, or the opinions of others. Instead, we become calm observers of life, capable of responding wisely rather than reacting blindly. Epictetus once reminded us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This idea captures the essence of Stoic philosophy. Freedom does not come from wealth, status, or power. It comes from self-control, discipline, and inner clarity. Imagine two people facing the same challenge. One becomes overwhelmed, angry, and lost in frustration. The other pauses, reflects, and responds calmly. The difference between them is not intelligence or luck, it is self-mastery. When we learn to master ourselves, we gain something far greater than temporary success. We gain inner peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This realization changes everything. Instead of trying to control the world, we focus on controlling our reactions. Instead of chasing approval, we cultivate character. Instead of fearing challenges, we welcome them as opportunities to grow. Self-mastery is not achieved in a single moment. It is built day by day through reflection, discipline, patience, and courage. Each time you choose calm over anger, reason over impulse, and virtue over convenience, you strengthen the most important part of your character. Through these lessons, we have explored the quiet power of Stoic philosophy: silence, resilience, wisdom, kindness, acceptance, and self-control. These principles teach us that respect, strength, and peace do not come from loud words or external recognition. They come from the way we think, the way we act, and the way we carry ourselves through life, as Seneca wisely said. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Life will always bring challenges. But with Stoic wisdom, those challenges become teachers rather than enemies. So ask yourself today, what is one Stoic principle you will begin practicing in your own life? If this video helped you reflect or grow, leave a comment and share your thoughts. Your voice helps build a community of people who seek wisdom and inner strength. Thank you for watching, and remember, the quietest strength is often the most powerful. See you in the next video.